the number of zebras in a population in 2018 was 1.27 times the number of zebras in this population in 2014. If the number of zebras in this population in 2014 is p% of the number of zebras in this population in 2018, what is the value of p to the nearest whole number? Now, although this is a percentage problem, but we can solve it on DESMOS. So first we will see how you can solve this problem manually or algebraically, because you should know the math and the algebra behind every problem. Even though you can solve it on DESMOS, but you should know what's going on behind the scenes. Now, if you notice one thing that, a lot of words could have been avoided in this problem. Like they have repeatedly said number of zebras in a population, then again number of zebras in this population, then again number of zebras in this population, and then again number of zebras in this population. The only purpose of doing this is to make a problem lengthier so that it can intimidate you, because whenever we see a problem in a paragraph, that always scares us. So the first thing that you have to do for any word problem is that you have to write all the information in mathematical terms. This is something that I call translation. So you have to translate the given word problem from English to math. You should do this for every big word problem. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So first we will solve this problem manually, and then we will see how you can solve it on DESMOS. Okay, so it says that the number of zebras in a population in 2018 was 1.27 times. So first of all, you notice that there are 2 years. There is 2018 and there is 2014. So I'm going to write these 2 years. So since 2014 comes first, I'm going to represent all of this information visually as much as I can, because then the problem makes much more sense than if I see it in a paragraph form. Okay, so let's say that population in 2014 was something, let's say that it was X, and then population in 2018 was 1.27 times the number of zebras in this population in 2014. So in 2018, the population became 1.27 times the population of 2014. So 1.27 times X. Now it says that if number of zebras in this population in 2014. So in 2014, this population, the population of 2014, which is X, that is, so when you see is, you have to put an equality symbol. Is, put equality symbol. So equality symbol, then p%. So p% means divided by 100. Of means multiply it of the number of zebras in this population in 2018. Now in 2018, the population is 1.27x. That's it. Okay, so this is what I call translating a word problem from English to math. So this is all the information that has been given in the word problem. And now what do we have to find out? We have to find out what is the value of p to the nearest whole number. So we just have to solve for p, and we can easily do that. So from here, if you isolate p, you'll get p is equal to x times 100 divided by 1.27x. Now x and x will get cancelled. So you'll be left with 100 divided by 1.27. And that is going to be approximately, I think, 78.7. And if you round it to the nearest integer, well, that is going to be 79. Okay, so the value of p is 79. Now, this problem can be done on DESMOS, and you will end up saving so much time. So what I'm going to do is I will assign a variable to the population of 2014. Okay, so for 2014, I will assign the variable P0. P0 represents the initial population. And for 2018, I will represent the population by P1. Okay, so you know that your P1 is actually 1.27 times P0. Okay, so the first equation that we'll type on DESMOS is exactly that. So P1 is equal to 1.27 times P0. And now I'm going to type this equation on DESMOS. So we have P0, and now I will type the squiggly line. Then P% of P1. And you can see that DESMOS gives us the value of the unknown parameter P, which is 78.74. That's it. You don't have to do any calculations. You just have to type 2 equations on DESMOS, and DESMOS will give you the value of P. It is as simple as that. If you want more such DESMOS hacks, then just type DESMOS in the comment section, and I'll send it over to you.